Imagine a battle so ancient, so hidden, that it has shaped the course of history without most of humanity even realizing it. This is the Seed War, a conflict between forces of good and evil that spans from the dawn of time to our modern age. But what if this battle isn't just a religious idea? What if it's intertwined with mysteries and truths that have been deliberately obscured throughout history? Join us as we pull back the veil and uncover the hidden realities that could change the way you see the world forever. The enemy's hidden strategies over the centuries, corrupting humanity through the bloodlines. Corruption isn't just about individual choices. What if it's woven into the very fabric of human history? In ancient texts, the Nephilim, giant offspring of fallen angels and human women, were said to have introduced unspeakable evils into the world. But what if these beings weren't just mythological creatures? What if their influence has persisted, subtly altering the course of human development through bloodlines, secret societies, and powerful dynasties? Consider this. Throughout history, certain families have wielded extraordinary influence, often linked to ancient bloodlines. From the pharaohs of Egypt to the royal families of Europe, the idea of divine right has often been claimed by those who trace their lineage back to these ancient beings. These bloodlines might not just be about power. They could be the remnants of the original corruption, continuing the work of their forebears. Have you ever wondered why certain families seem to rise to power again and again? Could there be more at play than just chance? The term Nephilim is often translated as giants, but its roots suggest something more sinister, fallen ones. These beings are described as a hybrid race, born of both human and angelic descent, representing a direct challenge to God's order. Could their influence still be felt in the halls of power today? In our modern world, this ancient strategy of corruption continues. From the subtle moral decay we see in society to the hidden influence of powerful families, the battle is ongoing. But recognizing this corruption is the first step to resisting it. What if the reality we experience is only part of the story? Throughout history, the enemy has used deception to control the narrative, shaping the way people understand the world. In ancient times, this took the form of idol worship and false gods. Today, it's more sophisticated: media manipulation, propaganda, and the spreading of false teachings. But what if there's more to this deception than meets the eye? Consider the role of media in shaping our perceptions. A small number of corporations control the vast majority of the world's media, enabling a unified narrative that can promote certain agendas. This consolidation isn't just about profits. It could be part of a larger, more insidious plan. Think about the increasing interest in alien encounters and how these beings are often portrayed as benevolent. But what if they're the same fallen entities that deceived humanity in the past, now rebranded as extraterrestrials? Word study deception. Greek plane. The Greek word plane means to lead astray or cause to wander. It's the root of our word planet, reflecting the idea of wandering stars, celestial beings that left their ordained paths. These wandering stars are linked to the very beings that taught humanity forbidden knowledge. Could they still be influencing us today, masquerading as beings from another world? Today's deceptions are far more insidious than simple false idols. They involve controlling what we see, hear, and believe. But by peeling back the layers, we can begin to see the truth. Division isn't always obvious. It can be orchestrated behind the scenes by those with hidden agendas. Throughout history, secret societies have played a role in sowing discord, whether through political manipulation, wars, or social engineering. But who are these groups, and what is their ultimate goal? From the Freemasons to the Illuminati, secret societies have long been rumored to influence world events from behind the scenes. These groups often claim ancient knowledge, passed down through generations, that traces back to the very beings who rebelled against God. The symbolism they use, like the all-seeing eye or the pyramid, hints at their true origins and goals. These symbols are everywhere, hidden in plain sight on our currency, in corporate logos, and even in popular culture. Could this be part of a larger strategy to keep humanity divided and distracted? The Greek word schisma means a split or division, reflecting the tearing apart of unity. Secret societies thrive on this concept, creating chaos and conflict to further their hidden agendas. By understanding the roots of these divisions, we can begin to heal the rifts in our world. Division is a powerful tool. By keeping us fragmented, these groups maintain control. But by seeking the truth and uniting in common purpose, we can break free from their influence. Oppression has taken many forms throughout history, but in our modern age, it's becoming increasingly sophisticated. With the rise of technology, the ability to control and oppress has reached new heights. But is this just the natural progression of human innovation, or is there something more sinister at play? Consider the role of technology in our lives today. Surveillance cameras, social media algorithms, and even biometric data collection are all part of the infrastructure that monitors and controls our actions. While these technologies are often presented as tools for safety and convenience, they also have the potential to be used for oppressive purposes. Some believe that this is part of a larger plan to create a digital prison, a system where every aspect of our lives is monitored and controlled. Could this be the fulfillment of ancient prophecies that speak of a time when no one can buy or sell without a mark? The Greek word katadinasteo means to exercise dominion over or to oppress harshly. As technology advances, the potential for this kind of oppression grows. The enemy's goal is not just physical control, but also mental and spiritual domination, making it harder for people to seek truth and freedom. Oppression in the digital age is more than just physical. It's about controlling our minds, our beliefs, and our very souls. But by recognizing these tactics, we can begin to resist. Distraction has always been a powerful tool, but in today's world it's taken on a new form. With endless entertainment options, social media, and the constant barrage of information, we're more distracted than ever. But what if these distractions are deliberately designed to keep us from seeing the bigger picture? Think about the way modern life is structured. We're constantly encouraged to stay busy, whether it's through work, social activities, or even the pursuit of personal goals. But how often do we stop and question why we're doing these things? Some researchers suggest that the very structure of modern society is designed to keep us distracted and compliant, preventing us from questioning the systems of control that govern our lives. The illusion of freedom, where we believe we have choices, but those choices are carefully curated, is one of the most effective means of control. The Hebrew word shalv means ease or complacency, a state where we stop questioning, stop seeking, and simply go through the motions. The enemy thrives on this complacency, using it to keep us from awakening to the truth. Distraction and the illusion of freedom are powerful tools in the enemy's arsenal. But by seeking truth and remaining vigilant, we can break free from these chains. Finding purpose in the seed war. What is God's will for us? Discovering meaning in the ordinary and the extraordinary. So often we look for meaning in the grand and extraordinary moments of life. But what if true purpose is found in the small, everyday things? What if the battle against darkness is fought not in epic battles, but in the simple acts of kindness, love, and faithfulness that we show every day? Ancient wisdom teaches us that the small things matter. In many spiritual traditions, the mundane is seen as sacred. The simple act of caring for a loved one, doing your job well, or helping a neighbor can be just as significant as the grand gestures. These small acts of faithfulness create ripples that can have far-reaching effects, perhaps more than we realize. Have you ever wondered why some of the most impactful people in history were those who quietly served without seeking recognition? The Hebrew word emunah means steadfastness, fidelity, and faithfulness. It speaks to the idea of being reliable and consistent in our devotion to a higher purpose. Whether you believe in God or not, emunah is about being true to what is good and right, even in the smallest things. In the seed war, your faithfulness in the ordinary is a powerful weapon against the forces of darkness. When you live out your purpose in the everyday moments, you're participating in something much greater than yourself. Throughout history, some of the greatest leaders and heroes were once ordinary people who were simply faithful in the small things. Moses was tending sheep when God called him to lead a nation. David was a shepherd before he became a king. But what if this principle applies to all of us? God sees our faithfulness in the little things, and it is through these small acts that we hold back the tide of evil. As Gandalf the Grey Pilgrim wisely said in The Lord of the Rings, "I found it is the small, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay, small acts of kindness and love." What if our small acts of faithfulness are preparing us for something greater, something we can't yet see? Consider the idea that the world we see is only part of a larger reality. Ancient texts and modern quantum physics both suggest that there are dimensions beyond our perception, realms where spiritual battles are fought, where our actions have consequences we can't even begin to imagine. When you're faithful in the small things, you may be influencing events in ways you'll never fully understand. Have you ever experienced a coincidence that seemed too perfect to be random? Perhaps these moments are clues to the unseen forces at work in our lives. The Greek word klesis means a call or invitation. In the New Testament, it often refers to the divine calling of believers to fulfill a higher purpose. But klesis isn't just for the religious. It's an invitation to everyone to step into a greater role in the unfolding story of humanity. Your life is more connected to the unseen than you might realize. By being faithful where you are preparing for a greater role in the battle between good and evil. In this cosmic battle between good and evil, every one of us has a role to play. Whether you believe in God or are simply searching for truth, the choices you make every day are part of this larger story. Standing up for what is right, showing love to those around you, and seeking truth in a world full of deception, these are all ways that you can be part of the battle against darkness. Have you ever wondered why certain truths are so hard to find? The deeper you dig, the more you realize that much of what we're told is only part of the story. Whether it's the true origins of humanity, the existence of otherworldly beings, or the hidden connections between ancient civilizations, there's always more beneath the surface. This isn't by accident, it's part of the enemy's strategy to keep us in the dark. But by seeking truth, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging, you can begin to uncover the hidden realities of our world. The Greek word aletheia means truth, but it also carries the idea of uncovering or revealing what is hidden. In a world filled with deception, aletheia is about lifting the veil and seeing things as they truly are. Whether you're a Christian or someone who's just beginning to explore these ideas, the invitation is the same. Stand firm in your beliefs, seek truth, and be faithful in the little things. In doing so, you become part of something greater, something that has the power to change the world. As we continue to face the challenges of this world, remember that you have a purpose. Whether you see it through the lens of the Christian faith or simply as a desire to make a difference, your actions matter. By being faithful in the small things, standing for truth and resisting the forces of darkness, you can make a real impact in this world. The battle is real, but so is the hope. Stand firm, be faithful, and know that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. Subscribe to our channel for more insights into the battle between good and evil, and discover how you can find purpose and meaning in your everyday life.